In this video, I want to give you a little bit of an overview of the basic building blocks of proteins, which are called amino acids. And amino acids are really well named because their chemical structure actually has an amino group or an amine group and a carboxylic acid group as well. Okay, so I'm just going to draw one out really quickly. Here is the basic structure of what an amino acid looks like. And like I said, there's an amine group, a nitrogen-containing amine group, and a, oxygen-containing carboxylic acid group. And that's how it gets its name, amino acid. So you notice that I purposely left this spot right here blank. And the reason I left it blank is because what's at the end of this little line or at the end of this bond really depends on that particular amino acid. So this is what we call the side chain. There are 20 amino acids that are used in the human body, and what makes each of them different is what this particular side chain is composed of. So when it comes to amino acids, of those 20, there are 11 that we call non-essential. Don't get me wrong, our body still needs them, but remember in nutrition, essential means that our body cannot make it itself. Essential means that a body cannot make it itself, so it needs to get it from the diet. So non-essential basically means that a body can make it itself, so we don't need to get them from the diet. Although it's fine if we do. 9 amino acids are considered essential amino acids. And these we absolutely need to get from the diet because our body cannot make them itself. Animal products and certain plant products like soy or tofu and quinoa, these have all the essential amino acids, but most plant products don't tend to have all the essential amino acids we have, and that's why it's good to get a variety of plant products if you are a vegetarian or a vegan to make sure you get all the amino acids you need. Okay? One other thing I want to talk about amino acids is using them for fuel. So this structure right here can actually be used to make ATP. But this structure poses a problem because it has something that lipids and carbohydrates do not have. It has this, again, nitrogen-containing group. So in order to use amino acids for fuel, I have to take the amino group off. I have to deaminate them. So here I come with my chemical scissors right now, and I'm going to chop this side off. That is something called deamination. And depending on what's left over, which is going to depend on its side group, the remaining structure can then be used to go into various steps of cellular respiration. So then it can be modified and react further to eventually get us to that those ATP molecules that are going to allow me to fuel the body. Okay? But in this video, I just wanted to give you a basic overview of what an amino acid is, the 2 kind of main groups of amino acids we have, and how we can use those amino acids for fuel.